Yeah, it should be live, shouldn't it? Oh, bloody hell. Hang on. Ah, there we go. It's live. Right, there we go. It's live now. Right then. Okay, everyone. Hello to you all. Jamie Lee's Bus Train Productions. Welcome back. And today we are on the Cambrian Line. Indeed. And we are going to be going to Pwhelli via Barmouth. Right, so today I actually have a special guest joining me on the other side, and his name, you might recognise him, you might not. It's Mr. Taylor's Trains and More. Good evening to you, Taylor.
I don't think a lot of people recognise me compared to you.
Good evening to you, Taylor. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm doing brilliant. So today we have the class 150 in the provisional Providence, or whatever it's called. Even though I'm not around from the 80s. And yes, that's what we got today. So obviously starting here at Machynlleth, let's get started. So
yes, we have trouble.
So yes, this is, yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? I mean, what do you think so far then? The line, it's brilliant, isn't it?
I mean, I mean, looking at the stream, considering I've not done this bit of line that I can remember in real, it looks like a decent route, and the fact that it's a 150 is a bit, because 150s are generally a meh, but yeah.
Yes, 150s used to operate in the 80s, but then obviously the line got upgraded and it's no longer compliant. It has to have some special equipment traction fitted to it in order to be used. So it's only ever 158s that operate the route, you know, to this present day.
Are they going to start doing 769s on it, do you think?
I don't know. I heard the 197s, the 158 successors, are going to be able to use this route.
Oh yes, because it's TFW, ain't it? Never mind.
Oh,
very
very
smart.
funny, very funny. But anyway, yeah, we're due to go out at 10:55.
But what's the time in the game now? Ooh.
We're due to go out at 10:55. That's obviously our departure time.
Hey. It's a 150. They didn't bother changing the cab. They did, except they just added like a few little details. But I mean, it's AP. What do you expect? I mean, it's better compared to the default one. Let's all agree.
Yes, the fact that the 150 from Dovetail Game sounded like a 158.
Not only that, I mean, you accelerated at about 100 miles an hour a second.
The physics were totally out of touch. It just wasn't a 150 to me at all.
It's just ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got to set up the points manually.
Ooh.
Because for some reason it just does not. It just does not like me. There you go. I have to set it manually to use it. But obviously, yeah. That's the one thing that really bugs me, you know, about simulation. It really does. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, it really is.
No. But once you get used to it, it's not the worst thing.
Yeah.
That's if you ever get used to
it. Lol.
Which some people probably do because they're weird, and some people probably don't because they're normal.
Anyway, got just under 2 minutes, and then until our scheduled departure time from Machynlleth. I would just want to take the chance to apologise for any Welsh pronunciations I do pronounce wrong, because obviously it's kind of, you know, hard to pronounce some of these Welsh places. So
how to pronounce any Welsh place? Oh, okay. Thank you,
Scott.
I'm going to read out This is Google's advice on how to pronounce any Welsh place. Look at the letters to determine the origin of the place name. Realise that the language is a phonetic language. Each letter only has one pronunciation apart from the letter Y, which has... Oh, okay. Consider the vowels. Get your consonant pronunciation. F is always pronounced as V. Oh, that's right. There's your life lesson on how to pronounce Welsh names, people. Thank you for listening. That's been me.
Very interesting. Thank you. Very interesting.
Welcome to Google.
Yes, joining us live. Obviously you're not joining us live, but in the chat is actually the route creator, Matthew P. So good evening to you, Matthew. Thank you for making this lovely route, and enjoy your creation on YouTube. Obviously that was the buzzer, so we can go.
I don't know why I'm clapping.
Matthew, enjoy it, please, mate. You deserve the credit. So, yes, well done. So, if we have a minute, let's give a round of applause for Matthew for this lovely, fantastic work he's put into the route. Anyway, yeah, departing away from Machynlleth. Next stop, Dovey Junction. Dovey Junction.
Grand Continental Railways, here we come. Oh no, sorry, old GCR, here we come. The new GCR, no. I'm trying to find the clapping emoji on computer. It's very difficult. Yeah.
But you know, the scenery is just beautiful. I mean, this represents, obviously, because I've done the line before many of times, only the Aberystwyth branch, obviously. But it does represent real life, and it just made me miss doing this line a lot, because I mean, I used to do it quite regularly, but obviously I don't now. So it's kind of sad for me, like, but at least I can still experience it virtually within the game. So the amount of detail is just amazing. I love the hills, all the scenery. It's just beautiful. Really pleasant to look at as well. It really is.
Why is there rubber bands on my desk? I don't understand my own, like...
Nice.
I can't even speak. Anyone got a story time about today? Because I definitely do. Mine is very bad to think.
Yeah.
Oh God, I never knew there was sanitizer in there. Oh God, I just poured sanitizer into my hand thinking there was nothing in there.
One thing that really does get me though, being in a class 150, you've still got First Great Western up there. I mean, First Great Western wasn't even a thing back in the 80s, so I don't understand why there's First Great Western branding up there.
You got AP can.
I don't understand, man. It's just, you know, it's weird.
It's ex-First Great Western. You never know. Great Western could have existed before, and they could have died and been born again. You never know, man.
First Great Western are technically still alive, but they've just been rebranded as Great Western Railway.
Well, technically they're alive anyway, because there's some places that haven't been rebranded, and there's still bloody power cars that haven't been rebranded. So, oh my God, that's some strong sanitizer. Oh God. That's definitely got about 4% alcohol in it. Jesus. I have a like 10 million % alcohol thing. No, I don't have alcohol. I have a hand sanitizer that is very vague. I have a very strong smelling sanitizer.
Right.
If anyone wants some, I'm sorry, but I charge £400 plus 10 grand shipping. If you want contact details, get in touch via YouTube or anything. Don't do that actually. But yes.
Just give a lovely run by shot of the 150. as she heads
when
west.
you get to Dovey Junction, you will see the signal P is for Pwhelli.
There she goes, off to Dovey Junction.
Matthew has said.
Oh, okay. Thank you for that, Matthew. Anyway, right. In a minute, according to Matthew, when you get to Dovey Junction, you will see signal P and signal A. So, signal P is for the Pwhelli branch, which goes via Barmouth, and the A is actually for Aberystwyth, which goes via Wharf. And obviously at Dovey Junction, you'll notice there's an island platform, which is obviously the most remote station in the whole of Wales.
In the world.
So you'll notice as we go around the corner that there's an island platform. There's two ways, obviously. One goes via Barmouth up to the north to Pwhelli, and the other actually goes via Wharf, which goes to Aberystwyth. So it's quite interesting, like. But anyway, obviously we took the Aberystwyth branch, obviously last time, as I did between Aberystwyth and Shrewsbury. This time we're taking the Barmouth branch to Pwhelli. So obviously, as you can see now, if you can see, that's Dovey Junction. And obviously, as I said in the previous video, previous live stream, Dovey Junction is actually the most remotest station in Wales. And the furthest track on the left actually is a kind of loop, which is actually designed to help pass the other train, so it can actually still arrive into the station at the same time as the Birmingham International bound one. So it's quite interesting, if I'm honest, how that works. Anyway, let me just make sure the train pulls into the station, and we shall...
I'm currently going through an entire drawer of railway things. This is going to be fun.
Anyway, let's unlock the doors. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at Dovey Junction. Next stop will be Abu Dhabi. Now, obviously, because the line to Pwhelli is quite long, most stations... Okay. Alright, lovely, thank you. Obviously, because most stations are actually a request stop, there is very few that actually aren't. So I've selected some stations at random just to call her as, like, if it was a request. So I'm not going to be calling it all the request stops, otherwise it'll go on for ages and ages, and I don't want that. So I've selected some stations, obviously, just to go straight through, and obviously to stop her. So we're going to be skipping Pencarn, and we're going to go straight to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
As you can tell, I'm a UK citizen. I don't understand absolute poop about Welsh railways or language. Yeah. I don't get the Welsh people, to say the least. If anyone is Welsh, I apologise. Yeah, I just don't always get.
Look at that! Isn't that beautiful down there? A little moving canal boat. It is just amazing. That's amazing. But where's the person driving?
Oh dear.
Is the boat a ghost or something?
It's 2040. We have automatic canal boats.
That's nice.
Or is it? I just realised it actually is a moving boat. That is. That's very cool detail.
So yeah, anyway, obviously, as you can see over
that's very cool.
As you can see over to your far left, that's the branch. Then obviously it goes out to Aberystwyth via Wharf. But obviously we're on the further right here, and obviously we actually get a better view of the Dovey estuary compared to the Aberystwyth side. So we actually get a better view of the Dovey estuary from here, which is quite nice. I remember doing this journey about a few years ago, when we had a holiday in Wales. I remember doing this branch on the other side, obviously up the estuary. I remember doing it, which was quite, you know, awesome. And you know what? It's something I won't forget. I mean, it was beautiful.
Oof. Oh my god, what did I just do? I threw something in the air and I didn't expect it to land.
There we go. Okay, so obviously that was the AWS for 35 mph speed restriction. I'm going to brake heavy here.
Oh dear, he's giving the passengers whiplash, people. Prepare yourselves.
Obviously we slowed down
Prepare
to
yourselves.
We've slowed down to 35 now. So here we go.
Everyone might survive.
Obviously we're passing a little disused station here, so I don't know what that is. Very interesting to find out what that is.
Why didn't you invite Jeff Marshall? Did I just hear a hiccup? Oops.
Anyway, there you go. Obviously there's the estuary, a little bit closer. And so there's 4 tunnels in total for Abu Dovey, so this is Abu Dovey tunnel number 1. This is tunnel number 1 for Abu Dovey.
It's the first tunnel. Will Jamie be able to identify where he took the screenshots for the thumbnail? Dun 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 dun. Or
I should be able to identify where it was, because I mean I was doing a test run obviously, because this scenario that I'm actually running is what I've created myself. Yes.
Bear with me, people. I shall be back in a moment. I need to go get some food.
Okay. Okay, so as you can see, there's tunnel number 2 over there, Abu Dovey tunnel number 2, and obviously the sun's shining so brightly. It's, you know, brilliant. It's just relaxing. I mean, being by the coast, it's just really relaxing. It's really nice. And I believe this was the location where I took my screenshot. Yes, it is. Here it is. There we go, people. That was where I took the thumbnail shot here. Just before tunnel number 2. So there we go, that's the thumbnail shot. Anyway, carrying on. She goes into tunnel number 2. Abu Dovey tunnel number 2 even. Right then. Losing a little bit of speed.
I've returned.
Okay. Well, Taylor, you've just missed out because I actually found the thumbnail shot.
See, good thing is I didn't miss out because just as I came back, the stream was perfectly at the point where it was. So that was perfect timing.
Right. Obviously, according to Matthew, the guy there's a little bit of a mistake. Obviously, 25 miles an hour to ignore, because I think, if I'm correct, it's all 35 miles an hour along the coast. Is that correct, Matthew? That is 35, obviously between tunnel 2 and tunnel 4.
We await an answer, Simon. Anyone want to try and guess what food I have?
Right then, here's Abu Dhabi tunnel number 3. Tunnel number 3 of 4. So I've got one more tunnel after this one. No, it's a brick. Yeah, it's a tunnel.
Oh, did it?
It is definitely a tunnel.
Did you just mistake? Is this a tunnel?
That was tunnel number 3. We've got one more tunnel.
Oh, that sounded pretty uncertain to me. That's a bit sus. Jamie acting sus, folks. Sus Productions.
Right then. And here's Abu Dhabi tunnel number 4. This is the last tunnel.
I love how in routes there's some routes that have tons of tunnels, some that have none, and then
Penhelig.
some
That's Penhelig.
within the railway things are weird. Some routes you'll have tunnels every minute, some you'll have none. It's very weird.
So we're now approaching Abu Dhabi shortly.
I'm happy today. I actually got something decent. At school we had a maths test yesterday, and I actually done well. Very surprisingly, I was managed to get the highest score in the class, which, yeah.
Right then, we are now approaching Abu Dhabi, everyone. Abu Dhabi is obviously now here.
Ladies and gentlemen, shortly arriving at Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is the next station call. If you're changing us here, oh god, I can't speak. If you're leaving the train here, please take all personal belongings with you, and please step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Next station is, what is it?
Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi is the next station call. See, the train manager's very professional. He even forgets every stop he calls at. What a pro. Bong, 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 bong. Where did...
There we go. That's Abu Dhabi.
Where did my other... Oh, that's somehow slipped away. Okay. Okay, wherever that's gone is beyond me. Can anyone believe it's already almost been? Because you went to Nottingham on what, the 12th of May, wasn't it? For East
Yes.
Midlands HSD. in 12 days, it's going to be 2 months since you came, and also in 15 days, it's going to be 2 months since the EMR HSTs left the Midland Main Line.
Yes.
Which is
I kind of miss the
time
Midland.
has.
I kind of miss them to this day. You know, even though nowhere near the Midland Main Line, I still miss them to this day.
Oh, you think about me. I've lived local to them, and then the final day came around. Which, don't get me wrong, that was a very long and tiring day. Consider I was out all day hunting. Well, not hunting. I was out all day on that day, going around for the EMR HSCs. But at the end of the day, it all paid off, and I got to see the final ones, northbound and southbound, actually. And then I can't virtually show anyone, but I got window labels from the final HSTs. They were giving them out, which is it's good that I have a memory of them, let's say, and also oh no, where's thingy at the minute? 43102.
43102, I believe, has gone to Shildon in Yorkshire.
I think it has.
Because I believe that has been decommissioned now.
Yes, GSMR gone, AWS gone, everything gone. So now you pretty much can't drive it.
Well, it's nice that obviously the 125 group announced lately that the HST's 43185, which has been in retirement since 2019, that's been taken out of retirement and it is going to be mainline run again.
Oh, is it?
125 group announced lately. I don't know if you heard.
Oh, I ain't seen that. I've seen that someone bought the power car that also broke the speed record, which was 43159, I believe. It might have been the one that was on the other end of 43102. I know someone bought that, and now that's going to be. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it's repainted and start getting mainline run again. Which would be very nice to see. I miss BR days. That's. Yeah, I miss BR days.
Yeah. It's
very interesting to see how the railway has changed so much within the last 20 years, is it? Yeah, 20 years. 20 years ago, we had loco hauled services.
Good evening to your Elsa's Transport Series. Good evening to you.
Hello. Oh, I haven't got the stream up. Oh no. Now I do. Good evening. It is evening. Good evening.
Should be due to go out very shortly. We're now running late. How lovely.
Great.
Right then, obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we are now leaving Abu Dhabi. Next stop, Towyn. Towyn, ladies and gentlemen. Towyn will be our next stop. What I'll do is I'll try and find the about the HST, and I'll tell you. It is quite amazing.
I'm gonna find some myself. I've just looked at Abu Dhabi now. There is trains running. The services stop at. I don't want to say any of these because I feel like I'm going to butcher all the pronunciations. Oh no, I don't know if I should pronounce any of these. Oh no. So you've got the station you started at.
Machynlleth.
Yes, there. Which is a normal stop. And then you've got Dovey Junction, which is a.
That was obviously the remotest station in Wales.
And you've got Pencarn, which is a request stop. Then you've got Abu Dhabi, which isn't a request stop. Then you've got the station which you're next calling out, which is also a request stop.
Towyn.
Then you've got
Let me get the diagram up and I'll help you try and pronounce it if I can. To any people that are Welsh, please I do apologise.
Please send help.
Hang on. Right,
Jamie is better at Welsh than me.
Tom Fanoi, I think. Tom Fanoi. Klingiriel. I can't pronounce that. Fairbourne. Morfa Maldak. Barmouth. Clanabba. Talibons. Dyffryn Didwy. Llanbedr. Pencarn. Llandanog. Harlock. Tywyn. Tarsonau. Glendiquin. Penwynday Drive. Minforth. Porthmadog. Cricket. Penarhain. Aberech. And Pwhelli. That's all obviously the Welsh stations, but obviously we're not going to call in at all of these, all of them. We're only going to be calling at obviously the ones that aren't requests, and obviously I've selected a few request ones at random to call at.
I am gobsmacked. Jamie, compared to me in Welsh pronunciations, is pretty much a lot.
Good evening to you, Train Boy 238.
Hello, George. Hello, George. Hello, boss. How are you?
So obviously we'll be shortly approaching Towyn.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next station call is Towyn. Towyn's your next station call.
Towyn.
I wonder what's worse, Scottish or Welsh pronunciations. Which do you prefer?
Since I can, obviously, because I've got better Welsh pronunciations, I'll do it if you want. I believe that little siding to the left is obviously to remove broken down trains. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's correct, actually, thinking about it, if that little siding to the right is what it's meant to do.
Let me see this.
25 mph speed limit in force. At this point, there should be a train in the opposite direction, obviously from Pencarn, and that will be heading obviously inbound to England, obviously to Shrewsbury, but that will probably head on to Birmingham International.
George, if you're asking me stuff, please DM it to me. That track's probably for anything broken down, I presume.
That's what I was thinking.
Um.
Anyway, obviously here's Towyn, ladies and gentlemen. This is now Towyn. So obviously we've got a break. We've got to wait here for a while, so we can wait for our next train to pass us on the loop.
Are we?
So we've got a.
Where are we?
So we've got about a 5-minute wait.
Oh, not the longest wait.
Doors unlocked.
Bum, bum.
Oh, let's get an area shot then. There, here she is, 150, 106.
106.
She is.
I thought the dash ones were 3 and then the dash zeros were. Oh no. Because
There you go. Obviously, that's the radio electronic token block system here. On the stop. Obviously, we've got to obtain token and then permission to proceed. So I've stopped. Just got to wait. And then we can't go anywhere, so we might as well just go quiet. So in a minute, there should be a train from the opposite direction that will come into the platform here, and that will stop, let passengers on, and then we both depart at the same time. And that's obviously how it works.
interesting.
That's how it works.
I don't think I've ever actually been on a token like bit of route.
The radio
in real
electronic
life.
token block system.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever done that.
You don't. Okay. Okay.
I mean, not as if I live close to any.
Okay. Nice. Just seeing what any.
I mean, I've been on single track sections, but obviously they have loops and
Where's
it's
the
proper
fan?
signal.
There's a fan in here or something, isn't there?
I think so.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay, that's amazing.
Let's look for the fan.
Right, I'm gonna turn it off. Just don't want that on. Don't need it. Right. This other train should be due in shortly. Right. Just wait. There's not a lot we can do. Just gotta wait for the next train to pop in. Once that's popped in, obviously, the line's ours. We can carry on. We'll carry on north. Oh, here it comes now. You can see it coming in the distance.
Hooray, hooray.
So what he's got to do now, we've just got to wait for him to pull into the side. Say he'll collect his passenger.
Is it a 150 as well?
Could you go on the task log if you're at the stations? Yeah. There we go. That's right. Okay. What we're going to do then, we're calling at Towyn, which is where we are now. Klingoriel, that's the way I can pronounce it. Fairbourne, Barmouth, Dyffryn Ardidwy, Pencarn, Harlock, Llandequin, Penryn Day Drive, Machynlleth, Porthmadog, Criccieth, Pencarn, and Pwhelli. That's where we're calling at. Okay, here comes our 150. The other one, that's heading obviously bound for Birmingham or Machynlleth, where we've come from originally. So we're due to go 11:30. the DRA on. Okay, that does work, okay.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay, right then. Right then. 30 seconds, we should be off.
Bum, 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 bum. The penultimate wait. It's the final countdown until we depart.
15 seconds to go.
Please stand clear of the doors. This train is ready to depart.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum.
boom.
Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, boom. I remember watching that. What is it? No, not Countdown, is it? Countdown.
It is countdown.
Didn't you thingy one time draw a thingy, one of the sets with the clock?
Yes. Obviously, for those that obviously didn't know that, I actually attempted to draw one of the countdown clock sets. Obviously, it's kind of hard to explain. There is an iconic set called the Countdown Wings set from the 90s till the early 2000s, and it was the most iconic set that was ever on the show. And because I loved that, note, train doors may not open at Klinguriel due to problem, which I've tried to do but unable to open. Right, okay, thanks for the heads up. Lovely, thank you for the heads up, Matthew. Hopefully the doors should open. If they don't, they don't. We'll have to think of something else to do. See how it goes. Hopefully they should open. If they don't, they don't.
If not, we shall wait the time we're meant to, and we shall let people enter via the back cab. That's what we should do, actually. Yeah. We should say to everyone, the train is got a door problem, please enter via the back door. I think when trains get too busy, they actually do that.
Okay, Matthew. Lovely. So that's what we're going to do then. If the doors fail to open on the Klinguriel, whatever, I can't even pronounce it, Klinguriel, then we'll just stop there for 30 seconds and we'll move on. But I'm hoping they'll open, but if they don't, then we'll do that. Another aerial shot. She goes.
This route is very nice. I like the fact that you get to go along the coast.
Yeah, this is actually kind of coastal all the way up to Barmouth. So it reminds you of Dawlish, doesn't it? The Welsh version of Dawlish.
When you order Dawlish off Wish. If I had this route in train to be made. I'd probably use Scarlet's for it.
Tom Fanoy, I think, passing through now. Going up a 1 in 99% gradient.
1 in 99 is not the worst, is it?
1 in 76 now.
What's the Licky incline? A 1 in...
1 in 37.
Oh god.
And obviously 1 in 37 is the steepest in Britain.
Think about other countries if they have anything steeper than that. Jeez.
I know.
I mean, if the UK can just not manage it, I mean, think about other countries. If they have something steeper than that, they probably can manage it.
Lovely blue sea, which is quite nice.
Boris Johnson's favourite.
Another whistle board. So we've got a 30 mile an hour speed bump coming up shortly. So we should have another walk board morning, hopefully. Okay. 30 miles an hour now.
George, I shall respond when I'm available, mate. Do not worry.
There we go. Wondering why the train wouldn't accelerate there. Anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're now approaching Clungoriel, isn't it? Clungoriel? I can't pronounce it, but that's
Don't try and climb it with me.
yeah, I'm going to pronounce it as Clungoriel. Clungoriel?
Jamie knows all the pronunciations way better than me, at least.
Clungoriel, very small station, looking at it. Obviously, I'm going to stop there for 30 seconds. If it doesn't work, we'll move on.
It does look like a short platform. It looks like, oh, what's that station on the Wherry line's called? Burney.
Brundle Gardens.
Oh, is it? I thought it was Burney.
Try parking here, see what happens. Okay. Try moving it in a little bit more.
The speed limit is 114 miles an hour. That's a good speed.
Okay, right, we'll stop here for 30 seconds because I don't think the doors want to play. So we'll stop here for 30 seconds. And we'll
Train
proceed,
sim.
and we shall
what's it
proceed
called?
on.
If only Train Sim had a selected door opening, I think that would save a lot of. What do you call it?
Okay. Moving on.
Everyone is on board secretly.
That'll probably help.
Oh, you.
Okay, looks like Clungoriel wasn't working for me. Right, moving on. Fairbourne. Fairbourne next. Minus foot. Oh,
Minus. How big is the stream today? What, about 20 seconds, do you think?
okay. Some rocks.
I wonder what the next speed limit is, because it's showing.
It's definitely not 114 in real life. It's probably got to be 35, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Maybe. Or it could even be 40.
Mm.
Have a guess.
I'm
I'm going to guess 35. No,
gonna
45.
say- Oh, is it? Fair enough. Well, first 40 something speed limit. That's hooray. That's something to celebrate.
Let's imagine this is 15 here, miles an hour. Just let the uphill gradient do the work and help me slow down.
Do you
Imagine.
pronounce that? Is that frog cutting, or would you pronounce the I?
Friog, I'd say.
Friog. Yes, I can see there's the cutting. That's the avalanche shelter. 3 inch avalanche shelter that the GWR considered. So bad has it been through the years that the GWR considered it necessary to construct a 3-inch avalanche shelter. Remember that from the Cambrian Line, because I've got the Cambrian Line DVD, which runs from Machynlleth to Barmouth.
It's the last day of July today. Oh, it actually is.
It's June, not July.
No, oh god, oh. No. Today's, oh god, no. Today's the last day of June, soon to be the first day of July. That's what I meant to say. God. What's the longest day of the year? Oh, so was it the longest day of the year this year? Oh. This Sunday, the 20th of June, was the longest day of the year, I think. Oh. And that happens from... Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Right.
I love this route. It looks very nice. And I've got routes similar to, well, not similar, but coastal similar.
Right then, so we've got a 55. Oh, come on! What the hell are you doing?
What was that?
There we go. Right. Fairbourne up next. Fairbourne next. We think Fairbourne next.
A lot of these places seem just very desolate as a whole.
Oh no, I think I've left it too late.
Uh-oh. I'll be able to find out soon because the stream's a little bit behind.
Come on, come on! I've got it, I got it, I got it. I think we're okay. Ooh. Ooh,
Ladies
alright.
and gentlemen, complimentary bottles of water will be served shortly.
Welcome to Fairbourne. Fairbourne.
It goes from nice coastal journey to... Bam, bam.
There's that avalanche shelter over there.
Imagine being on a train and an avalanche occurs.
Yeah.
If you're on that line, it's gonna be alright. I don't think many railways are at risk of damage like that.
But if I can remember correctly though, obviously back in the days, the GWR, obviously because I think it was wartime as well, they decided to build some of these avalanche shelters to help with the...
Oh, actually.
Right, so that's locked. Okay. Right, I'm going to find out where we are. Just want to check the points into Barmouth. I don't need to do anything to Barmouth. Looking at the points are all set for me.
Perfect.
Nice. So that's fine then.
That's the thing in train sim, with routes that you have to do manual points, you never know whether they're set or not. With an in-scenario creator, it might set them for you sometimes.
Got over 5 minute wait. Because of these,
I think... Carry on.
it's because of these request stops, isn't it? I mean, Wales, it's mostly request stops, isn't it? Except for South Wales, obviously.
Request stop heaven. No. Request stop central. That's the one. On the North Wales, you've got one request stop, that being Deganwy. I don't know. And then you've got the line up to Blenny Alpha Stiniog. In South Wales, you've got hardly any.
Yeah.
And then this bit seems to have quite a lot.
Oh, shouldn't be too long to go now.
Do give me a minute.
So we should be gone by 5 to 12. Obviously, service won't be calling it more for Malvac. Obviously, because I didn't put down more for Malvac to call that. So, yeah. Should be too long now, and we should be on the move very shortly. Should be too long until we're on the move again. Just over a minute to go and we shall be on our way yet again, and we'll be heading straight to Barmouth. Straight to Barmouth next. Thank you. Thanks, Matthew. Right, so what we're looking at. There was 2 points before Barmouth Station on the up platform 1 after in normal position, the crossing and the one before reverse. Yes. That one's locked. I think I've just set it correctly. Right, should be due to go shortly. Once the train doors decide it's time, we shall be going. There we go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, departing Fairbourne. Departing Fairbourne now. Next stop, Barmouth. Oh, I see what you mean now. Okay. Right, so, Matthew, which one do I change? Is it the one that's closer to Barmouth or the one that's further from Barmouth? I don't know which one to change. I think I've changed the correct one. That should be it. Hopefully that's the correct one. Can you just confirm if I've set the correct one or not? On the now speed limit in force from here. Here's more for Malvac, order Malvac. Lovely, thank you so much, Matthew. Right then, the most iconic part of the journey, Barmouth Bridge. Barmouth Bridge, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to cross the Barmouth, the most famous Barmouth Bridge.
Ooh.
We are about to cross the most famous Barmouth Bridge. And here it is, Barmouth Bridge. No guys, don't panic about the buffers there at the end. It isn't the end of the line. I'm doing it how they usually do it in real life. You approach the crossing, stop, change the points, barriers come down, and then you can proceed on into the station. And that's how it works in real life. As you saw, I don't know if you saw my Barmouth video from a few years ago. Well, that's how they're doing it in real life. Draw up to the crossing, stop, lower the barrier, well, yeah, they lower the barriers, and then you proceed on into the station. So it isn't the end, of the line, so don't worry. You've still got further more to explore.
That's always good news.
Through the tunnel. Can you believe it? Fairbourne's over there. Right then, I'm going to start slowing down. Ready for the crossing.
Slow, slow, slow.
There we go, that's the crossing warning there, just to say I'm approaching the crossing. And if I can remember from memory, in real life, this is all fenced off now, so you can't even get a good, terrific shot there anymore, which is quite sad. Right then, we are now approaching Barmouth, but first I've got to stop so I can lower the barriers. So let's do that. Stop just before the points. Stop it here. Change the points. Barriers are coming down. Okay, barriers are down, so we can go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Barmouth. Welcome to Barmouth. And here's the wonderful Barmouth. So what do you think then, Tyler?
Interesting.
Yep,
It looks
the
very nice.
beautiful Barmouth. Remember it just like how it was. Shift 2, there we go. yours. Okay. Got a brief minute here, and then we'll be on our way again. Right then, Dovey, did we next? Departing away from Barmouth. Next up, Dovey, did we? So how are you finding this so far then?
It looks like a very nice route, I must say.
It is quite enjoyable to drive.
It does very much seem it.
Well, I'm not going to comment about what it's like up past Barmouth way, because I've not been up that way before in real life, so I don't know what it's like in real life.
Fair enough.
Okay, here we go. Okay, full speed ahead. Okay then, so we've got full speed ahead now then. Nice looking so far. I love the houses and skirting on the riverside and the railway line. I'd imagine living there. What would you think? Imagine living there, Taylor?
Have a life.
Should be due in. Speeding. That, I don't know that one. That must be Clanabba. Is it Clanabba? way now. Should be Telebont. We're just passing now.
Interesting.
Telebont. Right, so it is indeed Telebont. And Alexa decided to say hello then.
We'll get Alexa to be another voice for the stream, I imagine. How may I help you? You're driving a Class 150-1 diesel motorway. Get Alexa to do the passenger announcement. Welcome aboard to passengers joining us there at a station. This service is full. The next station will be. Passengers, please make sure you sit in a window seat. Oh no, that's COVID. COVID didn't exist back then.
Nope, COVID wasn't even a thing back then.
And then it's crazy to see how much COVID's affected everything, railway wise and just life wise. I mean, railway wise, we've had Grand Central had to cancel their Blackpool services.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of operators be ceased due to reasons. It's very unfortunate.
And here's Duffering on this way. This used to be a double line looking at it. There's an abandoned platform to your left.
Yes.
This has got to be an abandoned platform to your left.
Must be. Must have been possibly. I was going to say double tracked, but that'd be something.
Someone? Right then.
Must have been double tracked here.
It's got to be, surely.
Must have been a passing loop, but both trains used to arrive at the same time, which would have took a bit of planning if it was to still exist today.
Yeah. Pencarn next. Pencarn next. Currently running 2 minutes behind schedule. Oh, just what you need, eh?
A long Friday shift and it's all gone to absolute junction. I reckon that's what all train drivers think when they're delayed or something, and it's a Friday or something, or it's like the end of their working week, and they get delayed. It's like, oh, what a day.
Yeah.
That's Jamie right now. Oh, what a day. Well, no, what a drive.
So I'm doing everything I can to try and keep the train back on schedule.
Such as Hellfire, full power departures, which, I mean, no one should be complaining, it's Hellfire.
Now we can see Pencarn now appearing on the wood below.
These stops are very close together. I was going to say like the Stourbridge stop, but I mean they're literally like 0.62 miles apart, and it's
Snow hill lines, yeah.
so like I've done it recently on the West East Day Ranger. What was it, 12? Yeah. The 139s are so odd. To say the least. I mean, I didn't think they were refurbed, but obviously they were. I mean, I guess it probably didn't cost that much because they're literally the size of a bus, not even actually. But yeah.
So obviously here's Pencarn coming up shortly.
Next station on call is Pencarn. Change here for. Next stop is Pencarn. Don't really know what you can change here for, to be honest.
You can't.
Yeah, exactly. You can change here for life. How about that?
And here it is.
Pencarn. The Louvre Pencarn. Oh, there was a whistle board. That's nice.
Release the doors. Just turn the DRA on a minute while I do that.
I just remembered the 150s used to be used on the Goblin line, didn't they? The thingy line, Gospel Oak Barking.
Barking to Gospel Oak to Barking line, that's it.
The before the 172 dash
Zeros.
zeros, yes, and then they all went over to West Midlands Railway.
Yep, WMR. So we've got all the 172s now, technically.
Apart for Chiltern ones, although at the minute you've got a few Chiltern ones. You've got 172, 104, I think. Why I'm not sure, although you do
Yeah.
have some of you're borrowing some of them.
Yeah, because I know there's a few sets that are on hire with WMR to help them out
Yeah.
for the minute until they can get the new 196s in service.
Which doesn't seem to be likely right at the minute. Because I think what my granddad was telling me, the do you know the carriage connectors? Well, no,
Yeah.
the unit connectors at the front. Apparently they were misaligned, so if it needed to be coupled to another unit, it couldn't couple. So they've had to send CAF workers from Spain to come and do them up.
Yeah.
Just because they couldn't align the unit gangways properly, which is just ridiculous. How can you fail getting unit connectors misaligned? It's just simple. And the fact that it's all made by machinery as well, it's not even manual.
Another one. That is. Give me a minute. Find out. That was Clandanog.
That is a very tiny station. Jeez. That's the station for a 153. Yes.
Barmouth's next. I believe there's a crossing at Lambeda. Oh, missed the AWS. It was because my caps lock was on.
Caps lock.
I blame my keyboard for this incident. Keyboard, you
Curse you, keyboard. Keyboard, look what you've done. I can't believe you've done this.
time for some thrash now.
Oh, I love a bit of thrash.
Get the service back on schedule.
I mean, who doesn't love a bit of thrash, to be honest?
All because of the keyboard caps lock was on. That's why the plunger wouldn't respond.
Oh yeah, you've got the plunger as well, haven't you? I've got my plunger. I haven't used it for a while actually. I probably should start to use it considering I paid like 30 quid for a box. I haven't even got it plugged in. I think the wire's there. You know, I was looking on what is it? Like DIY hardware stores and stuff. And I figured out you could make the AWS button yourself very cheaply, like for less than a tenner. If you had all the right, because there's DIY stores where you can get the boxes, you can obviously code all the.
If I can remember correctly, we do have another unit that does meet us here.
Oh. Crisscross. My plunger's plugged in.
I think, if I can remember. Oh yeah, there's the other unit. It's coming.
Is this another 150?
Well, you'll soon find out in a minute.
Ooh. I should probably go full screen for this.
Can't go anywhere in a minute. Line's obstructed.
I realised something someone's not done. The Class 950 reskin in Train Sim, otherwise known as the Network Rail 150. That's not a thing in Train Sim. Because I think it's actually different to the normal 150. Because I think there's obviously the bits that Network Rail have additionally to it, like the bits on the front and stuff inside. But I think there's a few like doors that are on there as well. So if someone was to do the Class 950, you'd have to like make a whole. You'd have to edit the AP model, which you'd have to get permission from AP to. Which I suppose could be a bit of a pain sometimes. But that would be something interesting to see. And then think of all the potential with the Network Rail 950 diagrams. Oh,
Then
we've
Nick
got a
Quinn
lot of.
up next. Oh.
It's another Brunta.
Right, we can go up to full speed here, but obviously I'm committed to only do 75 miles an hour in a class 150. If you're in a 158, you can easily go up to 80 miles an hour now.
Yes, because they have a max speed of about.
Go to 158 can do 90, like the 150, which you can only do 75.
I reckon if you were to push a 158 to its limits, it'd probably do at least.
I think it'd probably do 100 no problem, the 158. Then that could be called the Express Sprinter.
Well, it should be anyway. The one that provides more than an express anyway. Full speed ahead. Let's go. Now, if this was the Wherry lines, you'd get nothing apart from track drawing sound. Which is a nice sound.
It's 55 miles an hour, so we're going to hang about here.
You can go to 114 soon.
Don't think that's right.
Get the 158.
I don't know if it's involved with like the game or what. But
I think that might be a missing asset.
good evening, Matthew Hardy.
We have people.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you're well this evening.
We have 7 viewers. I reckon that speed limit's gonna be 60.
You reckon it's going to be 60?
Yes.
Well, we'll soon find out when we pass it. We'll soon find out.
Watch it be like a 5 mile an hour. If it is, I think we'll be able to tell because we'll be able to see a pretty
We'll find out in a minute once we pass. Passing another little station. it? Towyn? Sessions that we just come from Harlem. That was probably Towyn. Oh, it was probably Towyn then, actually, thinking about it. That next stop is Clandeckwyn.
Oh, it's from 18. Now you can achieve full potential of this sprint.
Yep. Oh, that was Towyn, and here's Clandeckwyn. How ironic is that? Clandeckwyn and Pencarn Day Drive are quite close. Anyway, time to slow down.
They are some very close stations.
They are very close. They are very close indeed. Clandeckwyn, looking at it, is quite rural as well, a bit like Dovey Junction.
Yes.
A bit like Dovey Junction, isn't it? Quite rural.
Yes.
Right then, arrival into Clandeckwyn. Doors open. Interesting. Interesting to know. That is Matthew. That is very, very interesting. Pencarn Day Drive is next.
Oh my god.
We've got to wait. Just let the train do its usual thing. took me too long now. I guess, thinking about it now, it's not as rural as Dovey Junction, but it's kind of rural. So I'd probably say it's least rural than what Dovey Junction is, because I mean, there's a road by the right, isn't there, where traffic flows down. So I'm going to say it's not as rural actually as Dovey Junction, but I'd probably say it is rural, a bit like Dovey Junction, but not to a degree like that there's no path or anything like that, because it's just like a private track, isn't it, to get to the to get there. Anyway, we're running 3 minutes behind schedule now, so that's not good really. Not long to go. Should be ready to go shortly. That's the bell. That's the buzzer. Oh, don't know why that turned on. Right, departing Clendequin. Next stop, Penryn Day Drive. On to our next stop now, Penryn Day Drive. Good evening, James. Thank you for joining us. I hope you're well this evening. Do you know what, Taylor? You were correct. It was 40 miles an hour. And we're already approaching our next stop, Penryn Day Drive. Well, they're so close together, ain't they? Yes, it is indeed, James. It is very realistic. Here's Penryn Day Drive. Doors unlocked. And we'll just wait for clearance now and we'll proceed on for the next stop. Which it... On the Cambrian Line, no, because I mean paces aren't allocated for this route on the Cambrian Line. On another route, yes, I can drive a pacer on another route, yeah. Yeah, maybe try a northern pacer somewhere. Well, I'll have a think about it and I'll get back to you. Right, anyway, time to go. Departing away from Penryn Day Drive. Next stop, Machynlleth. Machynlleth is next.
Mimforth is quite close now, actually. I mean, Mimforth, I was expecting it to be further than that. No, it's quite close. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now approaching Mimforth. Right. Mimforth. Here's Mimforth. Right, so let the... Actually, I don't need that, do we? Yeah. Right. Arrival into Mimforth. Next stop, I think it's pronounced as Porthmadog, or is it Porthmadog? I think it might be Porthmadog. Anyway, whatever it's pronounced as is up next. Porthmadog, Porthmadog. Ah, the Festiniog Railway. Nice. Okay. Yes, it is indeed, James. It is indeed the AP 150-150-0. Right, 55 miles an hour speed limit coming up shortly. And I think with Porthmadog, I have to stop like I did with Barmouth. Matthew, could you confirm that I have to stop like I did with Barmouth? Lovely. Thank you, Matthew. Let's keep it at 30, so it gives me enough time then to brake. Nice, James. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Obviously, I'm gonna guess where the stopping position is because I ain't done up this far north before on the Cambrian Line, so I can't. So I'm gonna just guess where the stopping point is. Obviously, it's definitely way before the crossing point anyway. Wait, cross this point. Let's wait for the points to come down. Level crossing, sorry. Wait for the barriers to come down. Arrival into Porthmadog. Okay, here we go. Arrival into Porthmadog. Okay, passing away from Porthmadog. nice one. Good view, Matthew. I mean, it's brilliant. I've never been to Clandonald, so I can't really comment because I've never been there before, so I can't tell you if it's accurate or not. We are reaching the summit. Reaching the summit of this line. Line straight through to Pwhelli. That's where the journey finishes at Pwhelli. No, James, I've never tried driving without the hood. I usually use the hood to help me, like, with timings, everything like that. in. Ah, this must be Crickieff. Okay. Right, let's get to Crickieff. Right, we've arrived into Crickieff. Next stop it shall be Pencarn, I think, and then we're straight through to Pwhelli. Or is it Aberec? I can't think what they're calling it next. Pencarn. Pencarn next. Pencarn should be approaching shortly. There it is, it's just appeared on the hood, Pencarn. I'm going to start slowing down now for Pencarn. Pencarn now. Approaching Pencarn now, and here's the lovely Pencarn. Doors opening. Should be straight through to Pwhelli next. Gentlemen, we're straight through to Pwhelli now, our final destination. Good evening, Mustafa. Thank you for joining the live stream. I hope you're well. Yes, I'm doing well, Mustafa, thank you. And guys, be aware, the creator of this route is actually watching the live stream with us now. So, yes, the guy that's actually made this route is actually with us on the chats. So if you go through the comments, you'll see that he's there. He's just watching, and obviously he is the creator of this wonderful Cambrian Line route, which runs to Aberystwyth and Pwhelli. So show him some like, guys. I mean, he's worked extremely hard on this route, and you can tell this will pay off for him big time. So he's the reason why the Cambrian Line is now on Train Simulator. So please show him some likes and that. Oh, no. AWS failed yet again. Unbelievable. The caps lock wasn't even on this time. I just kept pushing in the plunger. It just wouldn't reset. Oh, just what you need, eh? Good evening, West Midlands Rail enthusiast. Thank you for joining. I hope you're well. Get on the move yet again. Get back to speed. Yes, I'm doing perfectly well, thank you. And obviously we are now approaching the end of the line, as we are now approaching Pwhelli, the last and final stop of this service. Here is the last and final stop of the service, Pwhelli. And here it is. As we now arrive into Pwhelli, the last official stop of the Cambrian Line. And then this train terminates here, and that's the end of a long over 2 hour journey. There we go. Welcome to Pwhelli. This service terminates here. So let's shut everything down then. All systems shut down and all done. And there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a massive round of applause for Matthew, who has actually made this route. So, yes, well done. Thank you, Matthew. Lovely route. Okay, there we go, guys. So that's the Cambrian Line, Machynlleth to Pwhelli, and all done. So, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, massive credit to Matthew for making that lovely route, and can't say any more than that. thank you for watching, guys. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's live stream. I know it's been a long one, but obviously it's the end now because it's all officially finished. If you've liked what you've seen tonight, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And obviously I will do another one like this in the future. And thank you so much for watching. See you on another live stream. Have a good evening, everybody, and take care for now. Goodbye. Goodbye.